Hello! It's time for a science experiment. Today we're going to be layering liquids and learning about density. Let's take a look at the materials we will need. We will need vegetable oil, rubbing alcohol, dish soap, an empty glass, food coloring, and water. Now that we have our materials, let's get started. In our cup, we will have 4 different liquids. Make sure to add in the same amount of each liquid into your cup. Start off by pouring in dish soap. Next, we're going to make colored water. Grab a cup of water and add in 2 to 3 drops of food coloring and give it a stir. Tilt your cup and slowly pour in the colored water. Next, tilt your cup and pour in the vegetable oil. In a different cup, pour in rubbing alcohol and 2 to 3 drops of food coloring and give it a stir. Once again, tilt your cup and pour in the colored rubbing alcohol. Do you notice how the liquids we poured into the glass are layered? They're stacked right on top of each other. Here we have dish soap, colored water, vegetable oil, and rubbing alcohol. The reason why these liquids are stacked right on top of each other is because each of these liquids have a different density. Density describes how heavy and close together the particles in a substance are. The heavy liquids sink to the bottom and the lighter liquids float. This is because there's different densities in each liquid. For example, when we look at dish soap and colored water, both are liquids, but both have very different densities. Dish soap is heavier than colored water and sinks below the colored water, so naturally they separate when you mix them together. Now let's take a look at colored water and vegetable oil. Again, both are liquids, but both have very different densities. Colored water is heavier than vegetable oil, so since the colored water is heavier, it will sink. And since the vegetable oil is lighter than water, that means the oil will float when you mix the two together. I hope you enjoyed layering liquids. It's fun to see which liquids will sink and which liquids will float. You can even try this out with different liquids such as juice, milk, and even honey. Take a picture of your layered liquids and share it with the class. See you next time. Goodbye.